I love how the intro plays and you're like, no.
Woo! Welcome to another episode of the Weed and Wrestling Podcast. I'm your host, Lash, along with my co-host, Lanaya.
Pod goddess.
Hot goddess. Zip hot goddess. And we got Monday Night Raw, June 2nd in Tulsa, Oklahoma. Now, this is the Raw right after Money in the Bank. And we just need to make note of the fact that we're not doing a review on Money in the Bank, and we didn't do a live stream on Money in the Bank. One, we didn't do a live stream because of like scheduling conflicts of like when it started and us having a real life. And two, we decided not to make a review video because there's only a handful of matches. None of them were really good.
It sucks.
And
Money in the Bank was trash. So save my money and time and my data space. Simple.
Yep. So unless you guys actually beg for it, we are going to review it. And I doubt anybody's going to beg for that review.
No, I hope not.
Yeah, maybe we'll do it in a year from now and just keep it as the one review that we did and go back and just be like, look how shitty this was.
I am never going back to that. I don't need to re-see that. So that's it. Now on to the Raw.
On to the Raw. Starts out with the CM Punk Sami Zayn promo. Ooh.
I just, yeah,
God
CM
damn
Punk,
it.
why is he here again? Why is he still here? He's just always here.
Punk talks about how it's a Summer of Punk. I make note, Summer of Punk, you don't even get on the card. He wasn't on Money in the Bank.
He wasn't. That's why I was like, why is he even here? What is going on? Like, shouldn't this be the person that won here? But no, it's CM Punk just to piss me off.
Summer of Punk my ass. But this is the first We Want Truth chance. Now, this is the notable thing. This is the first Raw after the release of R-Truth. And this is the first of many We Want Truth chants that end up starting. And it is notable here that, also released at the same time was Cora Jade. And if you ask Gus, he's deported back to Puerto Rico.
No, if you ask Gus.
Oh God, my name just blanked on him.
Carlito. See, that's
Carlito,
what nobody
yeah.
asked Carlito. Nobody wanted Carlito.
Total moment. But you know what? Maybe that was my subconscious letting me know how little I care about Carlito.
I literally spent months talking about why is Carlito here. So I was the first one to be like, who? We got who?
Huh?
He didn't do anything anyway. Bye. Bye. So, yeah, that happened. Nobody cared. No, I don't even think Carlito cared at this point.
And my favorite note about this is that I was watching it and I was smoking with my mom, and she was watching it and she called it gay. She said the segment's gay.
I mean, the segment wasn't good.
But I gave it a 0. I didn't take any notes past that.
I don't think he needed to call Jay or say anything about fucking Cena, and none of it was necessary. I'm just so sick of him just being there.
Yeah. Just two guys I could not care for less.
Although I like Sami Zayn though.
I don't mind him at times. At times, he's gotten better. Like you said, that last match from last week's Raw. He was really good at.
And he's been like, even before that, he's slowly progressing like into a better character.
Mm-hmm. Yep. And next we get Ivy Nile versus Liv Morgan versus Stephanie Vaquer. Pretty interesting match. They kept it at a really fast pace, so I only made a couple notes. The big double crossbody, and then double devil's kisses. Get the powerbomb suplex. The powerbomb suplex that was pretty cool, and SVB finish. I gave it a 6.5.
I mean, there was good Nile drops and double German suplexes. The pacing was slightly off for me. I gave it a 6. I don't really have a lot to say about it. I don't have any hate for it. It wasn't something. It was like a hate-worthy match, so that's good because I can hate on anything at any time.
Hey, it's 6, not bad.
So,
next we get AJ Styles Paul Heyman promo.
I didn't expect this, but it's cute.
Yeah. Says something about the Dirty Sanchez mustache. Then tells him he's got to concentrate on Dom and the Intercontinental title. And AJ goes, "Aren't you tired? I know that was a threat." AJ's been pretty great in promos lately.
Yeah. It's really sad that it took this long in his career to get here, but I think he's really doing a lot more with promos and he's showing a lot more his character. I don't know if it's who he's like working with now. I don't know if because they're feeding off each other in that manner, but I'm liking more of the AJ Styles of today.
He puts on good matches.
I mean, yeah, they're decent.
Yep. But he says, push me out and I'll push back. And then he says everybody's got a plan until they get punched in the mouth.
Yeah, because Mike Tyson said that years ago. And when he said it, I was like, oh, God. He didn't even say, quote, Mike Tyson or anything. Somebody young's going to think he made that shit up.
But I liked it. I gave it a 7.
I gave it a 6.5. It was all right, and it didn't piss me off too bad.
Yep. We get a little fucking Rusev vignette. Too many of these. Calling out Sheamus.
I love Sheamus.
I love Sheamus. Because, he gets a promo, like, at short, it talks to the Alpha Babes and Natalia Neidhart and Kathy Kelly. Then Sheamus talks some good smack. Then talks about how he bullies. I loved it. I gave it a 6.
It was good. And I feel like it had a lot of his personality in there, So that would make me very happy.
Yeah, which I feel that one, they should just include Natalia Neidhart to be in the Alpha Babes and should just officially call themselves Alpha Babes. And so that way she can do something, because they're already pairing her up with it. And maybe if she gets paired up with a stable like that, maybe then she'll actually get put in some decent matches. Maybe. I don't know. I just always want to see her doing something. So
yeah, they're gonna keep screwing her over because they could have done stuff with her 18, 19 years ago. Like, let's not keep pretending like it's not them fucking her over on purpose. That's it. That's it for me.
Yeah, I can hope and pray.
Yeah, tots and pears to everybody.
Yeah. Next up, we get Judgment Day versus the War Raiders with New Day on commentary.
I didn't watch this. I went to make a sandwich for 20 minutes.
Fair enough. It was an all right match. Finn and JD maintained some pretty good control there at the start. Ivar tags in with an assisted body slam. And then Ivar fake tosses JD into the New Day.
I didn't see it. I'm so upset. No.
Oh, it was pretty great. He had him just slammed it on the table, picked him up, and they was turning. And they went, huh? Fucking New Day like fell out of their chairs.
Maybe I'll watch it. Maybe I won't.
It was funny. Then oh yeah, and New Day gets ejected for complaining about it. Like afterwards, it was funny. And then good old school fire up. Just going on with Ivar there and get springboard moonsault to the outside from JD. Cartwheel, spin kick, and Bronco Buster. That big man just moves. And then Roxanne interferes, and we get a coup de grace finish there. Judgment Day takes the win. But I gave the match a 6. It was fun. Ooh, excuse me.
I give it Invisible because I didn't watch that shit.
Fair enough. And get a bullshit
promo.
Get a Becky Lynch vignette that leads into a Lyra Valkyria promo. And she says, no, shut up. You stayed on top from being a bad person. I didn't want to hurt you. I wanted to make you better. And Lyra attacks Becky. Of their stuff, I would say this was the least progressive one of it. I gave it a 5, though. Yeah, I think it did what it needed to do.
I gave it 4, and like I would have gave it less, but I like Lyra and I liked her outfit a lot. It was stupid to me. It was nonsensical. It made no fucking sense, and it's just dumbing down both of the characters, which they don't need at this point, in my opinion.
Yeah, I could agree with that. We get a quick Penta vignette that has this dope fire in the vignette, and it's just so cool. I gave it a 7. Just like, I love Penta.
Yeah, I gave it a 9 because I love Penta also. Honestly, it could be anything in that fucking vignette. You would have got 9 for me, probably.
Yeah. Next up, we get Jey Uso and Sami Zayn versus the Dangerous Alliance. Now, I have a quote from Michael Cole about Jey Uso's eating. How do you wrestle a match after this? I can barely talk. I have quote Michael Cole, and I said, answer, not well.
Well, at least he's honest.
It did have a pretty good start. We get a clothesline that legit moves the ring from fucking Braun. Get some spinning knees to the gut. Then Seth ends up coming in, interfering, and he stomps Jay and it's DQ finish. I gave it a 4.5. I wish it could have like actually been a match. It was only like 5 minutes.
I understand how they're trying to put that to move the story along, but again, there's so many other things they could have done. Like,
yeah, and you got like 4 of your best guys right there. Like, make them work.
Exactly, but they made nothing work, and yeah. Anyway.
Yep.
And the Judgment Day again.
Nuggets and shoulder rub 0. Next up, we got Kairi Sane and Raquel Rodriguez.
I like this match, actually. I didn't expect it to be a good one.
Good start. I will say Raquel's thong is distracting as fuck throughout the match.
Yeah, it was, actually. I felt like I was back in middle school without just saying everyone's ass was hanging out because thongs. Thank you, Cisco. So, you know, there's
so
that.
Distracting.
So distracting.
This is the second round of We Want Truth chants to come out, and kind of weird, just for during that match for We Want Truth chants to come out.
I guess because everybody else was trying to not look at her thong because honestly, what was the match actually like? Do you know? I don't know.
What was that match? Was it a thong song match?
When Liv came out and like kicked in, that then like I was like, oh, okay, you know, I can focus now. Just kicked her in the head. But before that, I was just like, no, this is what I'm gonna be doing. This is what I'm gonna be doing. Okay, cool.
Got a crossbody caught suplex, reversal into a DDT. That was a really cool spot. And then Io Sky attacks Liv, and we get the insane elbow for the finish. I gave 5.5.
I just don't know why they can't do better at this point. Like I
thought it was I thought it was all right. You know, I'm just glad that Kairi Sane's getting matches, and same thing with Raquel.
Well, yeah, I mean, I guess, but getting a match isn't the same thing as getting a good match. So we're not going to keep pretending that.
Fair. But next, we get a Karrion Kross Sami Zayn promo.
I like this a lot.
Yeah, I liked it a lot too. I didn't take down all the notes because they do say a lot. But my favorite one is, I think you're a liar and a bad guy just like the rest of us.
I think you lie at WWE and yourself.
Yeah, and it's like, it's Karrion Kross just like, look, Sammy, you hang around me long enough, you're gonna end up a heel.
Yeah, I liked it. It was cute. It was a nice exchange back and forth. They have really good chemistry, on screen dialogue, good promo. It didn't make me fall asleep.
Yeah, I gave it a 7. And then we get a Jey Uso and Gunther promo. I just made note, the party is over, yeet.
Yeah, I put yeet is yeeted.
Yeah. Just fucking too much yeet. Then we get, for the main event, El Grande Americano versus AJ Styles versus CM Punk. There is a start out team up on El Grande Americano. Then we get a hard whip into the turnbuckle, and as much and then he said, what's he say? He says he's as much of a luchador as Nacho Libre.
I put men's Money in the Bank qualifying match. So was this before Money in the Bank?
Was it?
I think so. I wouldn't put that.
Probably.
Money in the Bank still sucks. Anyway.
Yeah, because this is El Grande getting in. Well, I guess we just warned our crowd that we're not going to cover Money in the Bank anyway. So
I'm gonna say the next one too, and maybe after.
Whatever. Get a hard whip into the turnbuckle there. It's Chad Gable. No, it's not Chance. I love the WWE universe. It's Chad Gable. No, it's not.
When they chant, they do good. When they chant, if you can get them to chant. So anyway.
Yeah. We get a DDT and a reverse DDT spot done at the same time. This is the third We Want Truth chant started.
Mm-hmm. And the strongest one. Yep. I wrote this one down. Like,
you know what? We did. You know what? This is what it was. It's Saturday Night Main Event. That's what we had missed. Because he wrestled at Saturday Night Main Event versus John Cena. We didn't cover that either.
Oh.
Because he got let go right after that.
You're right.
He got let go the next day.
We didn't do Saturday Night Main Event?
No.
I'm not even checking. I believe you. Maybe that's something we can go back and do live. Not live, but live for us. Live
Yeah,
reaction, you know.
yeah.
I'm not going back Money in the Bank. I'm not going back.
Fuck no. um, and then get the Styles Clash. Get a sloppy GTS from Punk. Braun Breaker pulls out Punk, and Jay and Sammy attack. Get a giant crossbody from AJ, and then El Grande Americano does the headbutt, steel plate finish. I gave the match a 4.5.
I gave it 3.
Yep, fair. But
Gotcha.
that wraps up this episode here. We're hitting it up at 20 minutes again there. Nice.
Awesome. All right, guys. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. It's free. And we'll
Please.
check out next time. Bye.
Yep, and our live streams on
Oh.
Tuesdays and Thursdays.
Don't forget our live panel. It's more than just us being stoned.